Jeremy Toole here with Mindful Life 808. Welcome to our channel. Here we teach mindfulness techniques and guided meditations. So feel free to subscribe to get any new techniques or updates as they come out. And now with the video.
All right, aloha. Jeremy Toole here, Mindful Life 808. And today we're going to be doing a Feel Spaciousness guided meditation, starting here shortly. The idea with Feel Spaciousness is that we're going to try and place our attention, our awareness on the spatial qualities, the felt spaciousness of our surroundings and within ourselves. So we'll probably start with the meditation. Get my timer here. We'll start with the breath, and then we'll work our way out, breath to the body, to the borders of the body, to the surroundings around us, and then out beyond as much as we can, as much as is available to us. Basically, we'll kind of, our attention, our awareness will be a little more diffuse through all of those things, right? So we'll start with the breath, and we'll try and move outwards while kind of holding or being aware of the whole breath, the whole body, the borders of the body, and beyond. And that's all we're going to do. We're going to simply try and set within that space, or rest into that, or surrender into that spatial quality, that felt sense of the presence of the space around us. And well, let's get started, and maybe it'll make a little more sense as we move along through the meditation. With that, I invite you to go ahead and get in your posture, however works best for you, if possible, sitting upright. If not, you're always welcome to sit in your favorite recliner or lie down if you need, or however best suits you for your meditative practice at this time. And just settle in. And maybe just to get centered a little bit, let's take a few deep breaths. And on each exhale, we'll just rest into it a little bit and kind of try and sink it to some rest. And rest on the exhale. Maybe relaxing our head, our forehead, our eyebrows, if we're holding tension in our cheeks. And exhale again, maybe relaxing our jaw and our neck, our shoulders, just to whatever extent is available to you. And then on the third exhale, we'll just kind of continue and softly relax down through the shoulders and the upper torso, and just kind of let that relaxing melt down through. You can just return to normal breathing, but still sense that rest, that melting down through the rest of the arms, lower body, down through the legs, and all the way out through the toes. And hopefully we've had a chance to kind of settle in here. So feel spaciousness. What does that mean? Well, for now, let's just work on feeling our breath. So let's just take our normal breaths and try and notice how the breath comes in and out. In, maybe your belly expands as your lungs draw down, and then out as your belly contracts and the air is forced out. And we'll just follow that air all the way down and in, back up and out. We'll just do that for a few seconds here. Now, as the breath goes in and into your belly and your chest, maybe, and as it goes out as well, you notice that there's some motion, maybe in the torso, maybe your shoulders, maybe a gentle rocking, some subtle body experience associated with each breath in and each breath out. Just noting how the breath enters through the nose or the mouth into our chest, how the body slightly reacts in one way or another, opening, closing, expanding, contracting. We're just going to continue to move out from maybe the body to the edges of the body, kind of the borders of the skin or the perceived end of your skin, where you can feel the air or whatever, just a little bubble you can feel around your body, where you feel the shirt hanging on your shoulders or the pants hanging on your legs, or the air hanging on your exposed skin. All the while, the breaths continue, the lungs fill up, the lungs contract, the body moves in and out, into the borders and the area just around the outside of the body. See if we can get a sense of that first inch or two just around our body. It's kind of warm with the heat radiating off our skin. But if something were to be in that area, we would sense it, whether it was through a shift of the air or a warmth through the cool change of temperature, or just this felt presence around our body. This is a good time to do a check-in and make sure we haven't started furling our brow or wrinkling our forehead as we concentrating hard to hold it all. But instead, just relax and rest into all of it. The breath, the body, the borders. You don't have to hold your awareness and to maintain it there. You just have to allow it to be present with that experience, that felt sense within yourself and just around the outside of your body. As we kind of rest and surrender into that, we'll see if we can extend that just a little bit bigger. Maybe what you imagine your personal space or your bubble to be. And it may be very subtle. The felt sense, the felt spaciousness, the spatial quality of this felt sense of the area of your bubble. and you and your breath. All just kind of here. Just surrendering into that space, releasing, resting, whatever label works best for you. And if your mind begins to wander, you get lost in thought or distracted by a noise or pain, that's perfectly normal. We just notice that it's happened and then retrain our attention back to our breath, our body, the area around our body, our bubble. And we just surrender into that space. It may be subtle, but there's a feeling of that area around you, however it's informed. It tends to arise as a felt spatial quality. Maybe we can go ahead and continue to allow it to expand and diffuse throughout the whole room, whether you're in a small office, sitting in your living room, or a large meeting room, and just kind of surrender into all of that space. Just have a knowing of that space and all the various qualities passing through that space. It might be sound waves, some noises outside, or it might be air from the fans, the heaters or air conditioners, concussions from a door slamming here or there, or the sound of a chicken, all moving through that space. But we're not interested in all those things. We're just interested in the space through which it all moves. If you're feeling tired, that's fine. You can try just stretching up again, settling. Or if need, you can even open your eyes and do a soft gaze. If you're wondering if you're doing it right, or other thoughts, sounds, or potential distractions try and come and go, we're not interested in any of those things. We're just resting or surrendering into this space of our breath and our body, in the borders of our body, in our bubble, in the space of the room. and even beyond if available to you, and can just stretch out, continue to stretch out beyond the room, beyond the building you're in, beyond any artificial boundaries we've set. And just surrendering out. And anytime your mind wanders or you feel yourself distracted or feeling lost, it's just a feeling. We're going to let that feeling go and retrain our attention back to that felt sense of spaciousness around us and within us and all about. No matter what rises up, it's of no concern. We just redirect our attention back to that spatial quality. The felt spaciousness around us. And I'm going to wrap up here in about a minute. And as we're wrapping up, maybe notice if through this process we've maybe softened our sensory experience a little bit. We've noticed some spatial qualities, some felt presence, some feel spaciousness throughout this process, whether it was strong or subtle. And it doesn't matter. We're just noticing it. Maybe we can keep a little contact with that if it's a pleasant quality for you. As we wrap it up, then you can carry some of that around with you and know that that connection to the spaciousness of yourself and everything around you is always available. If we just take the time and look and develop a palate for it through practice. And with that, I invite you to open up your eyes if they were closed, and we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for joining me for Feel Spaciousness. I hope you liked it. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right. Aloha. Take care.